Yo, what's up? It's me, A, bringing you another budget streaming content. So today we'll be talking about green screens. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we'll be talking about green screens. Should it be expensive or not? So today I will be showing you how I did it for free using everyday materials that we see around our houses. All right, how did I do it? Simple. And we're back. Today we're going to talk about green screens. But before we proceed, let's think about three major points. Number one, we need to ask whether or not you need an actual green screen. For me, as you can see in the videos here and here, my background is mostly white background or draped background, which are basically just curtains, right? It doesn't really add value into my stream nor videos. It doesn't give any interesting points that the viewer would latch on. So for me, I opted to do a green screen instead, which for me enhances my video experience. Now, if this is you, by all means, please proceed with the video. If not, then you may not consider putting in a green screen if your room is already awesome, right? If your room also has a lot of visual noise or things that you don't want people to see, then green screening might be the thing for you. The other thing we need to talk about is that, should it really be green? The answer is no. You can use any color under the sun. The only reason why it's actually popularized as green or blue on the color wheel chart here, as you can see, primary colors being red, blue, and yellow, the skin tone is actually closer to the red and yellow spectrum. That's why they opted to use the opposite of that specific spectrum, which is blue and green, right? Green is a bit more popular because the clothes are being worn are more bluish for fashion sense. I believe that would be the case, or towards the black side, which might be blue adjacent, but I digress, right? So those are the main reasons why they use that specific color, right? And the last thing we need to talk about is the name green screen. The name green screen is not the process of removing your background, but instead it's actually the term used to describe your background. Go figure. The actual term that is being used to remove your background on video editing is called chroma keying. Now, the purpose of that, or what it tries to do, is it looks for a specific color or hue or chroma, and then it just replaces it with a transparent filter or just removes it altogether. Thereby, if you have two scenes, one in front, one in the back, if you have something that you wanted to remove as a chroma on your front screen that's being removed, then the background will become a foreground, therefore making your things transparent. All right, now that's out of the way, let's proceed on how I did it for free. I'm talking about OBS style right now, or I'm going to use OBS here as a demonstration, but it should work with any other video editing software that you have. All right, the next thing we want to figure out is whether or not you really need to have those fancy green screen materials that you buy for photography and stuff, right? The answer is no. As I said, any color would do. That would mean paint, right? If your wall or room is already painted a specific color, use that. If you have art paper, use that. If you have coloring paper, use that. Even if you have crayon, maybe you can use that, I guess. But for me, what I did was I looked around in my house and figured out, okay, which are the materials that I can use, and came up with this. This is a matte towel, basically, right? It's not that huge, and also it's easy to prop up. That's why I used it. The color is very blue, I think so. It's blue, but I mean, it kind of creates a contrast between what I choose to wear. All right, what I use to prop it up, simple, these things. I know, right? So these are basically just your clothesline clip. Any clip would do if you want things that won't be permanent on your end, so you can use that as well. For me, these are very efficient, so for free, because I already have them. The other thing we want to consider is we need to remove all of the materials that are adjacent to this color, because we'll see in a few. So for me, this is actually blue adjacent, so that's why I'm going to remove it and replace it with red. Boom. Now we're ready. Let's try to prop up my green screen or blue screen, right? So all I gotta do is make sure it's on a specific height. So I'm just propping it up like this. The material is not too heavy, so this could also work with your beach towel or towels or what have you. For sure, you would have a specific or a similar towel. Boom. Then what I would usually like to do is give it a pull so that we don't have any wrinkles on the backhand side. All right, now that we have set up my blue screen, all we gotta do is, but wait, let's first talk. There's two things that we need to do really well in order for this setup for us to work. And it's all about lights. It's revolving around lights. You need to make sure that you are actually well lit as the subject and your background is also well lit as your background. Reason being is that you don't want to have other shadows coming into your background that would mess up your chroma keying process, right? Now that's done, you have lit yourself well, your background also is already lit. There's a distance between you and the background so that your shadow doesn't get in the way. It's time to do the chroma key. Let's go into OBS, set a scene that I already did. Open up a background. So for this scenario, any background would do. You can use a static or a dynamic background. That means it's either just an image still or a video. In this case, I created already a video sample so that we're going to use a video as your background. Then let's use the webcam of this laptop as our camera. All right, boom. I'll just set it up like that so you can see the background. Boom. All right, the next thing we're going to do is to put in an effect, which is the chroma key. So right click, go to filters. The top side is your audio video filters. The bottom is your effects. For sure, it's an effect. We need to put in a chroma key. Click OK. And from there, you can see there are selections: green, blue, magenta, and custom. As I said, this will work with any color. So for now, we're going to select blue. Boom! And as you can see, I'm already greened out or chroma keyed out. Reason being is that there are two options that we need to adjust here. One is the similarity, the other is smoothness. Similarity is set to 1 to 1000. Basically, it says to the computer that whether or not how much similar to the color you want to be chroma keyed out or removed. So in this case, I think around 200 would do. 224 to 225, I think would do. Okay. I think that should do well, right? Not so perfect. Just for the purpose of this demonstration, 250 would be okay also. Then I'm just going to adjust the smoothness real quick right there so that I don't have too much color bleed. Boom. And now, just to demonstrate, if you have other blue colors such as this hat, you could see that it's actually removed by the chroma key. So that means this is very similar to blue. So if I'm wearing this, boom, it's basically going to be removed. So that's why we need to think about what we're going to wear. This is it, chroma keyed. Now guys, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If there are things that you think I need to improve on, please give it on or give me comments on the comment section below. Subscribe. I also stream on Twitch every Saturday or frequently, whichever the case may be. Check on my schedule, please. And as always, guys, stay safe.